You can take a guy like Canelo. This guy can do. He can pick and choose who he want to fight. And I'm gonna tell y'all the truth about Canelo. Easy, man. Easy. Y'all sitting up here, y'all praising this dude. This dude was nothing. I was almost 40 years old when I cooked this dude.
You can compare and contrast the fight between yourself and Floyd Mayweather Jr. and tonight's bout with Terence "Bud" Crawford, if you can.
No, I think Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather.
Listen, Floyd was the greatest in his era. I'm the greatest in my era. It ain't no need to compare me to Floyd or Floyd to me.
Floyd Mayweather has once again shaken up the boxing scene by directing his attention toward Terence Crawford right after Canelo Alvarez's most recent bout. True to his trademark self-assurance and unbeaten legacy, Mayweather made it clear he's open to another blockbuster clash. The idea of him stepping in against Crawford, considered one of the toughest pound-for-pound fighters today, has fans and commentators fired up, fueling speculation and adding fresh intrigue to the sport's shifting storyline. The anticipation is unmistakable.
Let me ask you though, Canelo this week actually said something interesting. He goes that Crawford's better fighter than Mayweather. Do you agree with that? Do you feel like he is?
I think he's more all-rounded in some ways, but Mayweather was so good at certain things that made him impossible to beat. He really stuck to his niche of style, where Crawford kind of tries to fight the more honest, I guess, exciting, traditional way, being there, just moving out the way, landing the shot, where Mayweather would have you dancing around him and chasing him and falling short and falling in and countering the life out of you, and knew and understood 10-9 rounds better than anyone else. You only have to win 7-10-9 rounds clear and you've won the fight as long as you don't get put down. And obviously he never really got put down. I know there's a few question marks, but for all intents and purposes never got put down, and he was the best, one of the best to ever do it. It's very hard to go a whole career undefeated.
Terence "Bud" Crawford kept his perfect record intact by outpointing Canelo Alvarez in a unanimous decision victory, officially claiming the title of undisputed super middleweight champion. The showdown was held on September 13th, 2025, inside Allegiant Stadium. Stepped up 2 weight divisions for the challenge, entered with unwavering confidence. Although Canelo carried the natural size and reputation for heavy punches, Crawford dictated the pace, using slick movement, precise combinations, and disciplined footwork to take away those advantages.
What did you think? What did you think of the fight?
Man, I loved it, man. I loved the fight, man. I love the fight. I did not know how it was gonna go. I didn't think the weight was gonna be a problem for Terence Crawford. I'm on record saying I didn't think it was gonna be a problem, but it stood to be seen. It needed to be seen, and I knew we would have known after the first, second, or third round. You feel what I'm saying? And when I seen how Canelo was respecting his jab and how Canelo was respecting his power from the very beginning, I knew how it was gonna go. And I knew that Bud was only gonna get stronger and get bolder, and start to wear him down, because Canelo is known to start to wear a little bit in the later round.
Everyone said that Crawford was not going to exchange tonight, and he traded with Canelo up close.
Man, Bud is the best, man. Bud is the best. I've been on wax and saying that, Bud. I've been on wax and saying that for a couple of years now. I bet against Bud on Spence. I bet against Bud on Porter. I didn't think that Bud was the best. I got to give it to him. Bud the best, right? He's hands down. He's the best. He's the best right now. I don't think nobody need to question him no more. I mean, you kind of got to give him his respect no matter what. You got to give him his respect. He just went up 2 weight classes, what people said he couldn't do. He's doing everything that people say he can't do, and he is doing it with ease. Right? You got to respect that.
Break it down for me. How did he win that fight in the way you won it tonight?
He won the fight by gaining Canelo's respect. I think he was already in Canelo's head a little bit. I think that even though Canelo knew he was smaller and everything else, these fighters are still humans, and they hear what the people are saying. Canelo was Crawford was undefeated. Look at what he did to the Spence. I mean, look at what he's doing to some of these people. So no matter what, I mean, you have to take that into consideration.
For this matchup, Floyd Mayweather Jr. threw his support behind Terence Crawford, confident in his skill set and ability to overcome Canelo Alvarez. Even though many saw Crawford as the underdog, Mayweather put $50,000 on him to win straight up at 1/148 odds. When Crawford earned a unanimous decision, the gamble paid off big. returning $124,000. Beyond the payout, the wager reflected Mayweather's strong belief in Crawford's talent and his sharp eye for reading the sport's dynamics.
Check this out, guys. Floyd Money Mayweather just shared on social media that he bet $50,000 on Crawford to win, and he won $75,000 back. So Crawford made Mayweather $74,000. Most people that I talked to were betting on Canelo. A few people bet on Crawford. How much money did you win on Crawford? $200 here, $200 there. But most people that I know bet on Canelo. And we'll hear from Canelo. We're gonna hear from Crawford, and I'll keep you guys posted. But right now, Floyd Money Mayweather bet on Crawford and make some money. What do you want to see Crawford do next? What do you want to see Canelo do next? Let me know. Definitely interesting developments here tonight. When I watched the fight live, I thought Canelo won. I think Canelo won. I have to watch it again, but with no audio, because I know the broadcasters were all against Canelo. They were all against him all week from their rivals. So I don't expect anything different.
Floyd Mayweather has been outspoken about the pound-for-pound discussion, firmly naming Terence Crawford as today's top fighter. After Crawford's commanding win over Canelo Alvarez, Mayweather applauded his technique, discipline, and versatility in handling multiple weight divisions. In Mayweather's view, pound-for-pound greatness isn't just about collecting belts. It's about proving dominance against elite opposition time and again. Crawford's unbeaten run and victories over world-class champions, Mayweather argues, have secured his place as the fighter everyone else is chasing in modern boxing.
Right now, in your opinion, who's the best fighter in the world?
We can't put Tank up there in the top 10 in pound for pound. He has to be somewhere in pound for pound. And Canelo done something that is amazing when Canelo was able to go to light heavyweight and become light heavyweight champion. Something that I didn't even see him going up that heavy, and he did that. So, but as of right now, I have to put Terence Crawford as number one.
Terence Crawford has long respected Floyd Mayweather, not only for his ring IQ, but also for the way he handled his career and built his legacy outside the ropes. That respect gradually grew into a genuine relationship between the two. Mayweather has shared bits of guidance with Crawford over the years, and Crawford has taken those lessons to heart, putting them into practice. Their connection goes beyond casual mentorship. It's rooted in ambition, legacy, and a mutual understanding of what it really takes to reach greatness in boxing.
But I know how you is. You be sizing niggas up, bro. Keep it a stack. Did you in your head size up Floyd? Like, you know what I'm saying? If we was ever keep it real, bro. Keep it real.
I'm never that type of guy. I think that's some grimy shit. I always been happy for him, been a fan of his, and I never imagined us fighting. Yeah. I never looked at him like, man, I know I'll be this.
But you capping, bro. I never thought like fantasy fight me versus Floyd, nah.
Never. I never just was with a person and looked at him like, man, I'll be this, that. Never. That's some hating type shit to me.
Like plotting.
I ain't never been that type of person.
At a recent press conference, Canelo Alvarez openly admitted, "I think Crawford is far better than Floyd Mayweather." The remark stood out, especially since Canelo's first professional loss came at the hands of Mayweather back in 2013, when he was just 23 and still undefeated. Hands, sharp footwork, and flawless tactics to outmaneuver Canelo across 12 rounds. Even after moving up 2 weight classes, Crawford managed to blunt Canelo's trademark power through disciplined defense and well-timed counterpunches.
Fight Hub TV right here in the middle.
Yeah.
Champ, first off, I want to thank you for the illustrious career that you have given us in the game. You've been a steadfast professional in the way that you conducted yourself, and I want to thank you on behalf of all of the boxing media.
Thank you, sir.
Number
It's my
2,
pleasure.
Champ, I wanted to ask you, this was a fight that we haven't seen from you before. We've never seen you have the sustained and prolonged frustration during the fight. Was there a point in time where you figured that this just wasn't gonna be my night? And if you did, when did that happen?
No, I never thought that. I always try. All the rounds I try, but you need to accept it, right? Sometimes you cannot go, and I try all the rounds. I never think about that because imagine. So I cannot think in that way, but I try my best tonight.
And lastly for me, Champ, in the world of comparisons that we live in right now, if you can, compare and contrast the fight between yourself and Floyd Mayweather Jr. and tonight's bout with Terence "Bud" Crawford, if you can.
No, I think Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather.
After Canelo Alvarez claimed that Terence Crawford is much better than Floyd Mayweather, Floyd's uncle Jeff Mayweather pushed back. He argued that Canelo's comment was more about boosting Crawford's reputation in order to soften the impact of his own loss. Jeff reminded fans that Canelo's defeat to Floyd came when Canelo was already in his prime, countering the idea that Mayweather was past his best at that time. While acknowledging Crawford's talent, Jeff insisted that Floyd's defensive mastery still stands unmatched in boxing history.
Well, also if we remember, Canelo at that time was a razor-thin decision. Floyd won, majority decision. C.J. Ross had it with what a lot of people had as a draw, and then the other two judges scored it for Floyd, of course. And that was a Floyd at the top of his game with a very green Canelo with very little experience, and he still took him, into deep waters. So
what was Canelo? What, 20-something? 20 what? 23? 25?
Yeah, he was. Very, very young in the game, obviously.
Yeah, very young. He had more fights than Floyd, and he lost.
Yeah, but
man, that was 30-something years old, 36.
But Floyd was clearly at the top of his career, and Canelo had fought a lot of people.
But his career. How you at the top of your career in your prime? You in your prime? You ain't in your prime when you're at 36. That's not your prime.
Did he lose? I mean,
your prime is in your 20s.
It's different for different people.
Yeah, okay. Well, and that's why Canelo was saying what he's saying.
To
make himself look like he did something great.
Trainer Greg Hackett has shared his thoughts on the Mayweather-Crawford debate, maintaining that Floyd Mayweather Jr. still stands as the greater fighter. Even with Crawford's impressive win over Canelo Alvarez, Hackett believes Mayweather's unmatched defense and ring IQ give him the edge. While he recognizes Crawford's talent, Hackett points to Floyd's undefeated record and long reign across several divisions as the reasons his legacy ranks higher. His comments reflect the ongoing debate within boxing circles over who truly deserves the title of the best of this era.
The Floyd Mayweather that Canelo Alvarez fought.
Yeah.
In the last version of Terence Crawford that we've seen in the ring.
Yeah.
Who's the better fighter, Jay?
Of course you got to give it to Floyd. Floyd at that time. Ben, what's up? Floyd at that time versus Canelo was in total confidence. His skill set, his IQ. You know what I'm saying? Everything he do, he was just a complete fighter that night. But I feel like was up against a lot because he was fighting a guy that we knew something about, but we didn't know too much about. People don't understand how much a fighter could be thrown off by what he don't know. And the reason it throws you off is because you're actually learning about the fighter while you're in there. That's what Bud went up against that night. That's why he didn't look so great to me.
Hearn has pushed back against Canelo Alvarez's statement that Terence Crawford is better than Floyd Mayweather Jr. According to Hearn, Crawford's body of work doesn't stack up to Mayweather's achievements. He noted that several of Crawford's opponents were already past their peak when he faced them. While acknowledging Crawford's big win over Canelo, Hearn argued that his resume still lacks the depth of top-level victories across multiple divisions that defined Mayweather's career.
Canelo saying that Crawford's a better fighter than Mayweather. Do you agree with that?
No, I don't. But I think Crawford's a phenomenal fighter. The thing is with Crawford, and I was kind of goading him on this, and it's not his fault. His resume's not that impressive. Like I said to him, tell me your best win ever. This is what I said to him. And you know what he said? Ricky Burns. Right? Now, Ricky Burns is a great fighter. It's my guy. He's a 3-division world champion. But you can't say that he is, like one of the greats. He's one of the greats of Scottish boxing. But if you're talking about one of the greatest pound, a lot of the guys that he's fought have been done. Even arguably Ricky Burns at the time. I know he went on to win other world championships, but he was kind of on the slide at that time. Kell Brook, Amir Khan, Gamboa, all of these guys. Who else did he beat? Ndongo, Errol Spence, another example. Terence is brilliant, but he's never actually really had many notable victories. This would be it. I mean, this would be an incredible achievement. But I just feel like at the age that they're at, like, what is going to happen in this fight? And I just see I don't think Terence, because he shouldn't, is going to take that many chances in the fight. He needs to use his movement, use his footwork, which Canelo doesn't like, and win rounds. And Canelo doesn't really like to force a fight. When did you last see Canelo really trying to get a finish?
Carmamel Mouton recently reaffirmed his stance that Floyd Mayweather remains the greatest of all time. Despite the growing attention around Terence Crawford's recent dominance, Mouton stressed that Mayweather's flawless record, defensive brilliance, ring intelligence, and long-standing success across divisions set a standard few can reach. He acknowledged Crawford's accomplishments, particularly the victory over Canelo, but underlined that true greatness is measured by sustained excellence, an untarnished career, and the ability to make history while staying unbeaten. In Mouton's eyes, Crawford is undoubtedly world-class, but Mayweather's legacy exists on a higher level.
Where do you sit with this? Because two pound-for-pound greats of this era, Canelo, we see the resume, Crawford, two-time undisputed, potentially this weekend becomes 3. I've said in a few interviews, is it skills pay the bills, or does a good big man beat a good little man? How do you see it?
I feel like the skills pay the bills, and I feel like Crawford's not that much littler than Canelo. We've seen in the face-off that they're around the same size. If not, Crawford look a little bigger. Yeah, for sure. So really we're gonna see tomorrow. How it plays out. Whoever the better man is that night, I feel like will win. I feel like it's even playing fields, and both guys coming ready. So we're just gonna have to see.
If Terence does win this, a lot of people are saying that puts him as the greatest of all time. Now I know it's hard because obviously you've been with Floyd, and a lot of people are saying Floyd is the greatest. But does that at least put him in that conversation with your Floyd Mayweathers, your Manny Pacquiao's, your Sugar Ray Leonard's, all the greats of the past, and obviously Canelo obviously as well because he'll be there. Does that put him there? Yeah, for sure. Of course nobody will ever. I feel like Floyd will always be the greatest of all time.
Terence Crawford recently addressed the constant comparisons to Floyd Mayweather Jr., pointing out that every great fighter should be judged within their own time. He declared himself the best of this generation, just as Mayweather was in his, and argued that direct comparisons aren't necessary. His remarks reflect both confidence in his accomplishments and a determination to build a legacy that stands apart from past icons. Following Crawford's historic win over Canelo Alvarez, his longtime trainer Brian "Bomac" McIntyre also spoke out. He made it clear that there's no rush to line up another opponent. According to McIntyre, Crawford just came through one of the toughest training camps and most demanding 12-round battles of his career, so rest and recovery must come first. He suggested that Crawford take a well-deserved break, time to recharge mentally and physically, before even thinking about what's next. For McIntyre, enjoying this career-defining victory is the priority before stepping back into the spotlight.
You know what? We're going to get back in the gym. And we're going to assess that. And, right now I just want him to go on vacation, have some fun, sit time with his family, man, because we trained for probably a half a year for that fight. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of time spent away from home, a lot of time spent away from the family. So I just want him to just go get back home. And what for you? Yeah. Damn. And for you. Hey, this is thing. Appreciate you.
What you saying about training a half a year?
We trained almost a half a year for that fight. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? So that's why it was so sharp. Everybody.
Bernie the Boxer Thigh, a close associate of Terence Crawford, voiced frustration after the Canelo fight, claiming the judges undervalued Crawford's dominance. He argued that several rounds were scored far too generously for Canelo, despite Crawford controlling the tempo, dictating the exchanges, and displaying cleaner fundamentals throughout the match. While Crawford still walked away with a unanimous decision, Bernie felt the scorecards didn't fully capture how one-sided the performance truly was. His comments underscore how judging controversies continue to spark debate in boxing, even when the winner appears clear.
This is the second time you destroy every myth. Can he take a punch? Is he strong? Is this guy too strong? Man, he did everything. He did everything, didn't he? Stood and fought with him. See how he
was in the pocket. Was in the pocket.
Turned him. Did everything. Talking about he too strong. Turned him a couple times. Pushed him. Crawford the best man.
Floyd Mayweather offers a rare perspective on this matchup, having already beaten Canelo Alvarez back in 2013 when Canelo was still unbeaten and quickly rising through the ranks. That win stands as one of the defining moments of Mayweather's career, a masterclass in Crawford, the fighter who just convincingly defeated Canelo. By calling out Crawford, Mayweather isn't just sparking fresh excitement in the boxing world. He's also sending a message that he still considers himself capable of stepping in against the very best.
I mean, you fought Floyd Mayweather at what, you're 23?
23.
That's so fucking young. And he was like, that was when he was
he was
prime,
in his
right?
prime,
And you're only 23?
20.
What was that like?
I trained so hard, and now obviously I tried to beat him because, you know, if you beat him, you gonna be the best in the world at 23, so imagine that. But you know, he was the better man that night, a lot of experience. He's a great fighter, so
Do you think Floyd Mayweather stepping up to challenge Terence Crawford could create one of the biggest spectacles boxing has ever seen? Or should Mayweather stay retired and allow Crawford to continue shaping his own era? Share your take in the comments.